You are listening to the Marketing 32 Show with your host, Brett Allen.
Hi, Brett Allen here, host of the Marketing 32 Show, where I connect with leading dentists, dental influencers, and industry experts to uncover the latest and greatest, the insights, the innovations, all to help your dental practice to grow and thrive. As always, this episode is brought to you by our team here at Marketing 32. We are the only dental marketing team that I know of that is truly committed to your growth and performance, truly invested in that and providing value for your practice. If you're not growing, you don't pay us. So we truly stand behind the work we do and who we work with. So we don't work with everybody, but if you need help and you want to see if we'd be a great fit to work together, head over to marketing32.com. We'll have a quick discovery call, talk about your practice and you and us and how we might be able to help. Quick shout out to the ladies of Collabricon.
Yeah.
Recently had them on the show. I've got one of those ladies today to interview, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Tija Hunter is a seasoned dental professional with over 4 decades of experience in the field. Since 1981, she has dedicated herself to elevating the role of dental assistants through education, leadership, and advocacy. As the author of Rockstar Dental Assistant, and I have that book, thank you for giving this to me, by the way, Tija. She empowers dental professionals to gain more appreciation, respect, and satisfaction in their careers. Tija's contributions have earned her recognition as one of the top 25 women in dentistry by Dental Products Report in 2015. She is also a former vice president of the American Dental Assistants Association, where she holds the honor of master. Currently, she serves as an office manager and dental assistant in O'Fallon, Missouri, and is the director of the Dental Careers Institute. Tija is passionate about educating, equipping, and empowering dental assistants to embrace their inner leaders and make a significant impact in their practices. Welcome to the show, Tija.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Let me correct you one little thing. No longer am I in clinical dentistry. I did retire from the practice and retired Dental Careers Institute. Love everything I do, from education to everything else. But can I give you a shout out for a moment? What company anywhere says, hey, if you don't like what we're doing for you, you don't have to pay us? I mean, guys, this is like, try Marketing 32. I mean, what have you got to lose? They're literally offering to give you your money back.
Thank you.
You know, your clients know you're invested because you're like, okay, well, we're going to give you your money back. Who does that? Nobody does that. I think that's absolutely amazing. So shout out to you and your company, because
Thank you, Tija.
It's great. So
yeah, we stand behind what we do and who we work with.
I love that.
We've seen too many people in the industry, too many marketers come and go and just lock people into contracts. You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And there's good marketers out there. We're not the only ones.
Oh, yes.
But their marketing gets a bad rap, and a lot of
Mhm.
dentists are jaded towards marketing. And so this is how we're differentiating ourselves for sure.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for saying that. Let's talk about you and your journey in dentistry. Quite a bit of time. Tell us how you got into it, how you became a writer, and all of it. Tell us all of it.
Well, this is only a 30-minute podcast. I mean, I don't know what you want me to. You said 4 decades. I've never looked at it like that. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm old. You know, I was young. I had a baby. I was 19 years old. I had a baby and I was getting a divorce.
Wow.
And I was a very low point in my life, married to my high school sweetheart, and he had left me. I'm just going to be transparent. It's in the book. And I had to go sign up for Medicaid. You know, we're talking 1980 here.
Yeah.
And the woman there said, you know, we have programs where we will put you through school. And they had some choices for me of things I wanted to go to school for, and for single moms, you know, type thing. And I chose dental assisting because I had had a great relationship with my dentist, with my orthodontist. And I said, okay, I guess I'll be a dental assistant. And, you know, best decision ever, right? But you know, worked with some amazing individuals, dentists that taught me so much in those early years. and especially the very first dentist I worked for, I mentioned him in the book as well. Um, but yeah, just, the journey, it's life, and life takes you to different places, and I worked for different people. I learned so much. I learned who I wanted to work for and who I didn't wanna work for, you know? You're grateful for the dark times as well because they make you a better person and they teach you what you don't wanna do. But I certainly have had some just amazing, mentors, um, in my life, and so, you meet those people like, my former boss, Dr. Eric Hurt. Yes, Hurt. Kevin Henry, who's just been just an amazing support system for me. Linda Miles, I call her the grandmother of dentistry, right?
Yeah.
You should
Yeah.
interview her. You
I
wanna
should have her on the
that
show.
would be like a four-part series if you interviewed Linda. Um, so, I was Kevin Henry started me on my journey for a book, and, I got so far, and then Linda's a dear friend. I go down and visit Linda at her home, and I went this one particular year to visit her. And I said, writing this book, Kevin said, think about it like a 1,500-page article. And I write articles all the time. I wrote articles for him. And he said, so think about that. And you're going to write, like a 1,500-word article, but you're going to do that how many times? And those are going to be your chapters. And I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. But then I got kind of stuck. And I was with Linda visiting her one year, and she said, give me some topics. And I said, okay, well, leadership, communication, like, am I on the right path? And she was like, absolutely. And then so we took those articles, plugged them into, and she said, now give me 4 articles on each subject. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh. And when she did that, I was at her house like the 10th of December, and on December 31st, I sent it to the publisher.
Wow. Way to go.
Well, I'd had part of it written, about half of it written, but when she said that, the light bulb went off, and I went, "Oh, okay, here and here and here and here and here and here. Boo, and now I gotta fill in this one, I need something for this one." And it was just like, "Oh, okay, I got that." So, the journey is all about the people in your life and, your relationship with them and helping each other grow. So, it's been a incredible journey.
Yeah, you've impacted a lot of people. You're certainly a mover and shaker in the industry. I was just at a few study clubs with you that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
speaking at. You certainly are well versed, especially when it comes to OSHA requirements and all of that. And
I love that.
yeah,
Who ever thought that anybody would love OSHA? Like, we used to right?
you did a great job.
I love it. So, who
Yeah.
you never know where life is gonna take you, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do.
and I was blown away. I've spoken with you and a few other people on the show about OSHA. I'm like, my mind is blown away at all the things that a practice has to worry about,
Yeah.
and the potential for uh, you to miss the mark and cause some serious problems for your patients. I didn't realize.
No, and you know what? I still think people don't realize, and
Yeah.
OSHA and HIPAA are mandatory every single year to be trained on, and the thing about it is that, we're regulated now more than we ever have been, ever, and so when you think about, people, "Oh, I don't wanna waste my time or resources, money,
Yeah.
but really, it will
You better get it in shape. You
yeah, it
better.
will cost you more, and not only monetarily, but when you're on the 5 o'clock news and,
And it's not good because your patient's got some kind of disease infection.
exactly, and, being where I am, I see it all the time, I hear the stories, and so, I get the phone calls, and it's, crazy that people don't take this more seriously. Uh, it's annual training, and I'm a resource for people, and I love being that way, and, you might not have trained with me in 2 years, but if you ask me a question, I'm gonna answer, I'm gonna help you. So,
Yeah.
I love that part of the education, getting to educate my clients. And not only that, but help them with the flow, because everybody just, we just have our head against the wall when it comes to ocean, like, we don't wanna do it. So, I love
Yeah.
opening their mind to that and, like, "Okay, don't look at it this way, let's look at it this way," and helping them figure out a better flow, and in doing that, you ease their mind and go, "Okay," and when I can provide the resources for them, they're so grateful and they understand it better, and that's what, I want to accomplish with every single office I come in contact with. And that's just not with OSHA. I mean, I teach
No,
doc
yeah,
I
you have got expertise in a variety of fields in
so many
dentistry.
things, and it's just all about helping them be a better them, and so I love that, and that's what the book is about. The book isn't about how to pass instruments any better. The book isn't about how to grow an extra arm to be, have a 3rd arm there as an assistant. It's about my journey and what happened to bring me to where I am today. So, book number 2 is already in the works. I don't know when I'm gonna have time for that, but I will make time. I've already got notes and stuff, but, um, it definitely is, life is a journey, and it takes you to so many places with so many amazing people, and I gotta tell you, I'm in offices every week. I was in 2 offices last week, one in Tennessee and one in Virginia. Tomorrow I'll be in Kentucky for 2 days, and Monday through Wednesday, I'll be in Dallas.
Wow.
I meet amazing people. I mean, dentistry has some amazing individuals, and I really think in the core, people wanna do the right thing. They just
Yeah.
need help getting there, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to be that help.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, dentistry it's a big world, but it's a small world.
Yes, you are
We're
right.
all connected.
Yep.
I love the premise that, how do you create value as a dental assistant? Oftentimes they may feel like that's a role in the practice that's not respected or uh, doesn't have, under, whatever it is. You talk about it in here. So go check out the book, Rockstar Dental Assistant. Um,
Find it on
yeah,
Amazon.
you can get on Amazon. That's right.
Amazon.
Well, let's talk. So we talked a little bit about OSHA, and you got this calendar coming out. You showed it to me at ADOM
Yeah.
in Austin last month. I was blown away at what you've compiled and the resource that it is, and how it helps practices track all of that and stay compliant. All of that. So talk to us about this calendar. How did you come up with it? What's in it? How do they get it?
Everything
All
I
that.
do is truly a labor of love. The cafe is a labor of love. The calendar was a labor of love. So basically what I do, I'm retired from clinical dentistry, and basically what I do is I go into offices and I help them get compliant. And so I was in a couple of offices one week, and I used to go 2 days, and I used to go at the end of the first day to Walmart and get a calendar. It's like a puppy dog calendar or something. And then I would write on it, I need you to do this is the day you wanna test your water, this is the day you wanna check your plaster trap, this is the day, and I would take that evening and I would go through and I'd write the whole year and notes and so that they understood. And then I had done this like 3 weeks in a row, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I
I'm not going
called
to write another one of these
Yeah.
calendars.
I was like I called my girlfriend and I said, "I have a really stupid question. Can I print a calendar with all this stuff on it?" And she was like, "Absolutely you can." And I was like, "What?
Yeah.
We don't have to
Yeah.
do this?" And so, we are trademarked, we are copyrighted, we are all the things, and, I started and it was in 2022, and, it's gotten bigger every year, we add more things every year, and up until this year, we were paper only. But now we are digital, and from our webs
Sweet.
you can
That means
print
they can have it on their
paper.
phone and they can get it.
Yeah, so many people, kept saying, "Well, you need to be digital, you need to be digital," and I fought that because I'm a dental assistant, and I'm
Mm,
not at a computer all day. In the operatory, I'm in the sterilization room, I'm in the lab, I'm running around all over the place. I'm not at a computer. The computer is not my thing. Yeah, we take notes on the computer, but we're not stuck there." And I said, "No, it has to be paper." I was insistent on that. And then I found this developer this last year that said, "We can do both." And I was like, "What?" So, it is a subscription that you, subscribe to. You have access to it for 1 full year. So you get on there, the calendar is on there. We It is available November 1st, so don't go yet, but you can, I guess you can buy it yet, but it starts November 1st.
Okay.
Um, and there's resources, there's front office resources on there now. There's checklists like OSHA checklist and HIPAA checklist, infection control checklist, maintenance checklist.
Amazing.
There's tons of stuff. There's front office checklists, there's back office checklists. Um, we have forms on there, consent forms on there. We have forms that talk about a successful morning huddle. We have forms that talk about insurance verification. You can download these forms, and kind of make them yours. I have a lot of HIPAA resources on there. So where it used to be just clinical, it's kind of evolving into the front office, and it's a whole office manager tool.
That is awesome.
Mhm. And the checklists are really good for the office managers that, well, this for the back office team, but for the front office managers that maybe they didn't come from a dental background, they came from another background. And so maybe in banking or finance somewhere, and they were brought in to do this team, or maybe they were in the medical profession and dentistry is all new to them. So the checklist really helped them, like, "Oh, I understand, we're supposed to do that." It For the clinical part, it is not just OSHA, HIPAA, and infection control, but it's maintenance, and maintenance
Mm.
is so important. There's hygiene tips in there. So this tool, this calendar tool is really something for the entire office. So I'm super happy with it. It has just
It's
like
so cool. You guys, when you gotta go check it out. She was showing it to me, and it's like almost every day of the year is filled out with something that you need to do to check a box, be compliant, and it just helps your team stay organized. You don't have to think about it. You just, okay, what's
yeah.
it today?
What I gotta do today? And if you know me, it's got motivational quotes in it.
Yes, I
It's
love
got
that. You never
Yeah,
win it if you
yeah.
never begin. Yeah,
Well, there's resources for American Heart Association. There's resources, like I said, for hygiene. There's resources for, oral cancer. There's resources, for our sponsors. There's resources for Care Credit. There's resources for, just a ton of
I
stuff
love it.
that
I have,
people need, and they can find it in one spot.
you know what I want to do? I'm gonna say this. Anybody who signs up with us as a result of this episode, if you join Marketing 32, you get the Karma calendar. We'll cover that
Oh
cost for
my
you.
gosh, that's amazing. Thank you for
Yeah, I mean, well, you're amazing for putting this together, and the price you're charging is like the value is immense.
Yes,
So,
I think so, but,
yeah,
"Oh, maybe I raise the price." No, I'm teasing, I'm teasing. But
you get yeah. Well, it's some. I can't tell you how many times I talk with practices who don't know just fundamental marketing things and numbers and metrics, and don't have an awareness to things that are happening at the front desk with how patients are being booked or they don't know certain numbers. And so it's like, okay, well, let's put these processes in place. We track the important things that are really telling you if your marketing's working.
exactly.
This is another one of those things where it's like, hey,
Mhm.
if you don't have a process in place, if you don't have somebody on the team assigned to manage your compliance and you don't have all of this buttoned up, it could really bite you.
And I
Yeah.
tell teams and I tell consultants all the time, you can have a beautiful, aesthetically amazing practice. You can have all the front office protocols in place. We're getting our ARs low. We've got our claims are, less than 30 days. We've got this
Hmm.
going. We've got this going. We're producing more than now than ever. Our schedule's full. But if your back office is falling apart and you don't even know it,
Yeah.
something's gonna happen, something's gonna go,
Yeah.
and, you gotta be prepared for that, and I tell people all the time, you have s doctors have spent a lot of money on their practice. A practice is not cheap. Building out an operatory is not cheap.
No.
It is super expensive, and nobody goes into business to be a failure. Not one person that I know.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
so
start this business and go bankrupt.
right, right. How
Nobody
about
nobody
that?
said,
Let's go bankrupt. It'll be fun.
"Let's go."
So, you're investing all of that into it and making an investment in training your team in mandatory things they're supposed to be trained on and getting them the workflow that they need. That is important. A lot of doctors will hire me because they'll say, I had, so and so come in and coach them on the front desk. And then I had the hygiene coach come in on costume hygiene, but the assistants don't have anybody to coach them. And I'm like, let me come in and do that. And so the assistants feel a little left out, which we do all the time. But I can bring that balance and give them something and make them feel amazing. And then I'm always going to be a resource for them
Mhm.
because that's just what I do.
Oh, that's awesome. So where do we send people? Where do they get this calendar when it's finally launched in a couple weeks?
They'll be able to go to rockstardentalassistant.com and,
Okay.
they'll be able to, access the calendar from Rockstar, but it's Karma Calendar. It's called Karma Calendar with a K, karmacalendar.com is what it is, but you
I
can
love
access
that
it through
name, by the way.
yeah.
That's great. Okay, so they can go there to get the calendar. This is great. It's only $159 a year, you guys. Duh. Go buy it.
Well, what's great about digital, and I'm just so excited about this, is that all year long, I'm gonna be adding content. So you're gonna be able to go in there and you're gonna be able to access a new, sponsor. You're gonna be able to access, anything I add to the calendar that I come across. I'm throwing it all in there. I've got protocols in there for waterline, how everybody says,
Mm.
"Well, what's your waterline treatment?" There's a protocol in there. There's a protocol for spore test because nobody nobody does spore tests right, and they send it off and they get the pass fail,
I
and
remember you talking about that. Yeah.
it doesn't end there, and so I wrote this book. I wrote this book. It is a spore test logbook, and it explains how to effectively log everything that you're supposed to log, and that's in there. That is in there. You're not
Good.
paying extra
Good.
for it. That book is $40, but you're not
And
paying
that's in there.
because you have it in there.
I love it.
I have, just autoclave maintenance in there. I mean, and I that's another ton of question. Handpiece maintenance, it's in there. So, there's just a ton of things available in there, and I can add more all the time, and then, next year, you can renew and get all that again, and I love being
That's
able
awesome.
to do that, rather than it was always done September 1st, and then it was the same until September 1st of next year, and now I get to keep adding stuff to it, so I'm so happy about that.
That's great. So I think that, yeah, when this episode goes live, it'll probably be a week until you're launching. So it'll be
Yeah,
perfect timing.
good.
November 1st, karmacalendar.com. That's where you guys can go to get that.
Or
We're
Rockstar.
about,
Or
oh,
Rockstar Dental
Rocks.
Assistant.
That's right. Rockstar Dental Assistant. We'll put links to both in the show notes. So if you're driving or wherever you are, you can go back and find it. Tia, this has been a wonderful time to talk with you, get more about your story and what you're doing to help the industry. I always close with one golden nugget. If you can think back in your career and your experience, what's one epiphany that if you could help these doctors, these teams have this epiphany, it would have a ripple effect and really, really impact a lot of their whatever it is for their practice, their happiness, their health,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
What's that one thing that you think is the golden nugget?
Um, my golden nugget has always been spiritual.
Oh, okay.
And, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, and, I put a lot of faith into that. So I guess I wanna say faith, not just in, whatever you believe in, but faith in yourself. Um, you're absolutely more capable of doing things than you never thought possible, and I sit here and I own a restaurant down the street, a little cafe, coffee shop. That wasn't even in the cards, just a little over a year ago, wasn't even in the cards. You're so more capable of doing things than you give yourself credit for, and I think a lot of times, especially dental assistants, We are, I talk to them all the day. They're single moms. I was a single mom. They're single moms. They don't know have direction in life. They don't know what they wanna do. This is a job for them, and I'm telling you what, this is an amazing career. It was an amazing career for me, and so really invest in yourself, invest in your education, and believe in yourself because you can truly do anything you wanna do.
I love that. I'm a believer too. I've got my necklace that I wear every day.
I love it. I
Um,
love it.
yeah.
I got my little
Um,
Jesuses everywhere. I have a
your
little
little Jesus. I've
yeah.
been to your cafe and you got your little hidden Jesuses
Yep,
everywhere. I
they are
love it.
they're everywhere. In on my dashboard, right by my speedometer.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gotta sit there because it
Yes, that's so great.
needs to help me slow down.
I think you're spot on. We are much more capable than we think we
Yes,
are. The one verse, Philippians 1:6, he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion. That that
amen.
hits home for me.
Yep.
Um, we have a work to do. We have a
Mhm.
we were put here for a reason to help other people and to do good.
That's
And
exactly right.
oftentimes that's more than you think you are capable of. Uh,
Exactly. When we get drawn into the day-to-day and the hustle and the bustle and the hecticness of it, but it really does not define who you are or what you're capable of, and just a little bit of belief in yourself is amazing.
yeah. Absolutely. Well, this has been great. As always, Tia, it's fun to talk with you, be with you. If you guys have not heard the Collabricon episode, it's been a few. It's a while back. We'll link to it. Collabricon's coming up next month. Awesome group of ladies, an event to take your whole team to.
So excited.
Um, and Tia, all the good that you're doing in the industry with your book and the calendar now. This is so great. I was super excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you, dear. I appreciate it. I love it. Always good seeing you, and I'll see you at Rocky Mountain. I'm speaking there.
Yes, yes, I will see you there. That'll
Yeah.
be great. Well, everybody, until next time on the Marketing 32 show, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. Take care.